All right, I'm gonna do a quick test again. No, not that. All right, okay, let's see. Music's coming across as I listen to myself. Okay, got it going. All right, so working on this beautiful piece that Shelby Robertson inked. And I was hoping to, work on this piece for a good hour and a half. Let's hide this. But I'll only be able to do this for about an hour because I've got to get to bed, get my kids to school, or my kid. I have one now that's of school age. Just make sure I'm still hearing myself. All right, so. Okay. Yeah. Issues with the computer, big restart. So yeah, I've got to probably knock off here about midnight and try to finish as much as I can. That way I can have less to do tomorrow. I always have issues with Photoshop and Wacom drivers. It's only Photoshop. No issues at all with Clip Studio Paint, which thank God, keep knocking wood. So this is on stream yard, going to Twitch, my YouTube page, as well as Facebook. Let me just first of all find out where save this. I didn't open up the comment section here. Yo, hey Phil. So, oops. Yeah, I'm always worried about the sound check on this because I keep forgetting to add myself to the stream. And there's been times I've sat for a good hour or two just chatting along, especially when I'm doing like in tutorial videos that I'm trying to get going for Teachable right now. And I have to do that. So I actually have to go back now and do a voiceover. So that's going to be fun. There goes Shelby's SIG right there. So what I'm doing is I have on my Cintiq 22HD, the express keys are being used. And so I believe it is holding down Shift. And then once I've started making my selection, key set for, I believe, Option or Alt. And that allows me then to add. Now I can add by clicking on this button up here and add to the selection, but sometimes you're just looking to do one and just makes it quicker. So that's a really quick tip right there for people if you're looking to flat, because I've done too many windows and Green Lanterns. So when you're selecting that many people, it's just something you do. And this mouse is a little off. So that's why I'm seeing little mistakes right there. But catch them and I take care of them. This is a beautiful piece. I mean, and just watching Shelby ink it on his YouTube channel is inspirational. I suck at inking. It's one of my weaknesses as an artist, illustrator. And slowly just perfecting that. You know, it's practice, of course. I'm just walking through this piece pretty quickly. So when I get the file, I got this as a PDF, which you can't work. So I had to save it as a TIFF. And then from there, I quickly action. It's part of my Patreon. And it quickly sketch lifts the artwork, line art, makes it into 2 separate layers. And then I go through and I lock the line art layer so I don't accidentally start coloring in it. But one of the other secrets is just working background and foreground. Now, as you see, I'm working foreground. I'm just going around all the characters. I'm trying to isolate them. And there is no set method to flatting. It's what you feel at the moment is going to help the piece out, make your job go faster. Pay attention to this. Because the way I was first taught was background and foreground, but there have been times where just isolating the foreground character helps, because then it gives you time to concentrate on the background. Allows me to, speed up the process, especially if there's multiple characters. So, like if I wanted to, I could isolate and just do these characters and then save the background for last if I wanted. But I thought because I was working in this blue for the water, let's just do all the water. So here I am holding down Shift. Then once I touch, hitting Option, holding them together allows you to make multiple selections. Again, you do have an option to do that, but I guess it's just the feel of it. It's kind of like playing like a piano. Cool artifacts like this. But I also do this in Clip Studio Paint too. The same technique. I break down in Clip Studio Paint. So the colors are all butting up rather than using the fill tool. Zoom in just a bit here. Today was a big day. First real day of San Diego Comic-Con. Tried the What Not app, which I thought was pretty cool. Might have to see if that's something that we can do as illustrators ourselves to sell our stuff. I did happen to buy some cool things from Mark Brooks, so that was cool. Couple of prints, since I'm not there at San Diego. I'm hoping next year I will be attending with my professional badge. And maybe I'll bring some stuff in case somebody lets me set a table. So I changed my title name to Artwork by Dutch, the HD artist because I have ADHD, or I am, and I want to be a little bit of a beacon of hope to people out there with a learning disability. One thing is, for artists like ourselves, the self-esteem issues of what typically holds us back, and it held me back for a long time. So right here, I'm using the negative lasso, just cutting out the shape, coming back, shift option. And I think the reason why flatting works for me is because of something new every day. I see comic pages every day. It's never the same thing. So it's always new. Gives that little bit of a dopamine rush. See illustrations like this, makes me want to just, start drawing. In fact, you know what? Screw you, Phil. I'm going to go and do my own drawings now. No, I'm going to finish this first. Hey, Kimosabi. Hey, thank you. Good day to you too, and thanks for subbing. Appreciate that. I'm hoping you can catch it later. I more than likely won't finish this entire thing tonight, and I'm sorry, Phil. I just got to get to bed early. Next week, though, when I do more flats, I definitely come Friday can stay up super late to do this. But back to the ADHD thing. Yeah, this is something new. Plus, it lets me hyper focus. So that's why right now I'm talking and chewing gum is going to be a little difficult here. But by doing so, I can just focus on this and get it done. And I'm thinking of all the colors, how this is going to look, what's the background going to look like, atmospheric perspective. So I'm thinking so many things right now. Why did I miss this little area here, for example? And choosing. Now I'm going to do something here real quick just to see, and Shelby's very good about this. Sometimes a lot of artists, when they scan in their artwork, it's not clean yet, and sometimes my action misses it. So I'm just checking to see, are all the colors selected? Just making sure. So it is. So I'm good. I'm going to save. Always important. I did have my computer crash on me the other day, right in the middle of some Young Justice pages I was doing. Luckily, the computer was able to recover the file and get it because I had just finished the entire flat and was finishing up the second page. I kind of freaked out. And this is also kind of calming to me because, again, it's just myself here in the studio. And I'm just going to, don't forget the rubber ducky. Oh, yeah. But again, right now, just, focusing on getting this background, trying to isolate as much as possible, because one thing I like about coloring is that once I see this, I can see the characters. I can start to see things that I'm missing. Helps break it out even further. So let's see. I want to get this plant. I'm going to, of course, change all the colors. Save. I do have my Photoshop to autosave, but I still like the little dopamine hit I get, making sure I did it correctly. I'm not zoomed in all the way, so I know I'm missing some parts here, but I'm trying to aim, because I'm familiar with Shelby's inks. Right on the inside there. Oh, this is actually part of that leaf. So So see me make this big mistake right there. That's going to clear away once I finally unselect this. That's the one thing that's good about Photoshop that clip doesn't yet have down, which is when you make a little squiggly mark like that, in Clip Studio Paint, it actually will leave the squiggly mark there, and you have to go back in and fill it. Even though I know this is all the same kind of floral, I'm just going to pop it in. If I missed anything, which I did. Not bad. Little areas missed. I don't see anything over. It's not taking me that long to fix these little mistakes. And yeah, the inks definitely do add to the page. I'm going to focus on this little area here. And I might actually put it one color and then come back in and break it up once I'm complete with the entire thing. Because I like to look over the page, see if there's anything I missed. Sometimes some of the downfalls of being a fast flatter is I miss something. And usually have to go back and I catch it. And I try to tell, my clients that, hey, don't take it. There's a revision coming up. Unless I missed, they've already gotten it and it's too late. I try to make a note for future, or I still send it on to them. A lot of flatters might just go and take all this and then work their way forward. I want to start isolating. So now I'm just dealing with the characters at the end. Those look like little pom-poms, but I'll figure that out once the piece is flatted. Okay, let's change this to a little darker. Yeah, and pieces like this really, like I said, are fantastic. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. It's kind of like working the kids menu with the little puzzles you get at the restaurant. That's what this all is to me. I'm sure that's something there, so I'm going to have to break that out. Right now I'm getting the dopamine hit I need, which is then going to help me finish my own book. I've actually just finished doing the second cover revision, new one, for my comic The Wayfarer. And of course I found another comic variant that I was like, ooh, that would actually be a much better cover for my second issue. Or maybe my third issue, actually. That might be what I'll do. It's an homage piece. I'm a big Adam Hughes fan. So I want to get it going because I want to get my Kickstarter going in the next few weeks. I just got to talk to Shelby and a couple other artists to see about getting their covers done. And then I can start my third issue Kickstarter as well. Okay. So are the cats, Bionic cats, different colors, different creatures there? Let me know in the comments. Well, one thing you don't want to do as a flatter is like zoom all the way in to the point where you're seeing the screen pixels. That's going to be too much. That extreme close-up. And also, too, there's a lot of black here. You don't need to go and fill it all in. You're just taking time away. Unless there's things to color. Like, so right here, I might just come back in with this brown. Just pop that in there. But if I look at it, it's not connected. Save yourself the time. The colorist, next colorist on the line, flat colorist, or the rendering part of it is not gonna be shown. Back to front, yellow, green, pink, and blue. Gotcha. All right. If not, I would have broken them down to separate colors, cat colors, I guess. So that way the colorist next in line would be able to select them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just making selectable colors for the renderer. Of course, trying not to do like neons and other crazy colors if they're not called for. That's a big no-no. Sweet, thanks. And yeah, this is a bucket list. I can count this off my bucket list. I've done work for Mark Brooks. I did some coloring for Adam Hughes for a bit, which was, again, big bucket list. Did some work on Doctor Who for Titan. And now this, just the, did the Neil Adams Batman, flats, and Kevin Nolan. So hitting all my greats. If I can get John Byrne, that'd be spectacular. And of course, the dude, Mr. Steve Rude, would be another one. So we're listening to Pretzel. I was trying to tell Shelby about this. It's free. It's music free or copyright free or whatever, copyright free. So not a lot of pushback. Let's see. Things there. Yeah, so if you have ADHD, I mean, you're an artist. I understand the feeling. I used to be like that, where you do a piece, it didn't turn out the way you wanted to, and you throw your sketchbook down and vow for 6 months you're not gonna, or you vow that you never draw again, and 6 months later you pick it up and because you missed drawing. For me, what cured that was getting an NLP, Neuro Linguistics Programming session. And that really got rid of the cobwebs. It was holding me back. And got me to where I'm at today. So it helps with the self-esteem issue part. And then I just have to deal now with the dopamine issue. I can't do the medication stuff anymore because for me it cuts off that creative side. You basically have blinders on your head. I need the voices to talk to me. That's a joke. I only have 10 voices talking to me. I don't know which one is running right now, but Gotta watch out for Peggy, though. She's crazy. So, I am a hi-fi comic book colorist. That's work for hi-fi, and we use scripts. If you ever do get want to come into the world of flatting, it's long, fun, and has a lot of challenges. But with Brian's book, you get these scripts, and the scripts basically. Right now, I've got a separate layer, but I'm trying to get more people where I can add to the channel layer. So what will happen then is if I select this black area, it would just pick up the blue. It wouldn't do anything. And there's a script, but not everybody has a script, and I don't, can't give away somebody else's stuff. Oop, that's a leg. I thought that was a leaf for a second. So I have to be careful when I'm selecting colors, especially if I'm repeating a color, that I don't hit the black. I'm also doing some other tricks with the paint bucket, making my selection and then just dropping in with the paint bucket in there. The trick doesn't work as well in Clip Studio Paint. You actually have to click within the... So if I was in Clip Studio, I'd have to click in the selection to do it, whereas in Photoshop, I can just click outside and it will automatically fill in the color. You know what, I'm going to do this. Grab this color. Let's choose another color. It's a little darker. I'm trying to think of colors that are being pushed back. That one there, push that back a bit more. See, now I've got the color, the people isolated. Now I'm starting to do the point where if I wanted to, I could start working basically now background to foreground even more. But I'll come over here, still complete this section. I get that grass. Yo, Jay, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Doing this really dope piece that's inked, done by Dale, inked by Shelby Robertson. What we got for time? I'm gonna make sure. Okay, I got a half hour left. Let's see how much I can finish here in a half hour. I'm hoping I can get everything broken down. So all I have left to do is just the characters. Yeah, this. I don't know if you've watched Shelby just inking this yet last night, but fantastic. I mean, it's good to catch this process until the later stories. Noah joined in, but okay, I've got a character here. I don't quite know where he begins and ends, but I'll figure that out since I start filling him in. So I did quite a few pieces today. It's been a busy day. Did a really cool one. Well, there you go. There's Shelby Robertson right now. I might take a shower, guys. Phil's taking another shower again. All right. Put up another shelf there, Phil. I'm going to have to start thinking that's a euphemism for something. Code word. So in the link, I've, or not the link, but in the description, it's got access to Shelby's RAGETALITY. Still going. Check that out. Back it. I have seen everything as I've done the majority of the flats. I'm telling you guys, it's well worth it. Get into it. Okay. Oh, that was a finger. So all I did is I'm just continuing to still my lasso. I made a mistake. There's no reason to stop lassoing because I'm going to just use my negative wand or negative lasso, excuse me. Let's do that first and just cut it out and drop it in. See where I made little mistakes. Sade Comics needs 2 showers. Yeah, he's just filthy, filthy animal. Dirty, dirty beast. The piece is steamy. That's why he's got to take a nice shower. You know, he's just sweating from it. Yeah, if I wasn't heading off to bed here, because I do have to leave in about a half hour. I'd throw you on the stream shelves. Unfortunately, I have had computer problems, so when I started earlier, Photoshop just was not working with StreamYard. Okay, that's the person's head. Okay, so I'm just looking now. I'm seeing what I'm missing here. If not, I will definitely pick it up. And so everything here is this lasso. Yeah, this is a PG-rated thing, Zade Comics. You know, we can't. I'm glad you use code shower for code for, a little coitus or whatever. We all got needs, man. Well, you and your girlfriend put up another shelf, I guess. So I ain't mad. You get yours, man. You get yours. Lasso with multiply? No, actually, that line art layer is just normal. It's just transparent. So I have an action that's set up. It's part of my Patreon. You get it. Log it in. You just have to do 2 things, which is one, have the color set to black and white, and then the lock on the background knocked off. And then when you just run the action, and then it sketch lifts, it just pulls and it's a term from my buddy Keown Lafferty. Basically just rips the line art from the color and creates a separate flat layer. Helps save the file size. All that white, it's going to be driven. Oops, that's all black. I don't want that. I got a green. History. The secrets of the floating lines. What was the secret to the floating lines you had? Make sure I add another. I have no idea what I was saying. Got a brain feed. I had COVID, man. It was sucked. I was in the UK when I had it. Got it from here, from Arizona. Brought it to the UK. That was fun. Wear a mask 24/7. I got the brain fog. Yeah, the sketch lift is again something taught by Keenan Lafferty in his Can't Kill shows from way back when. I did put a spin on it, an extra spin. So it's a bit more than just the selection and inverting that he talks about. So it's got a bit more finesse to it, a bit more of a spin that helps make sure it gets rid of a lot of the background color. So let's see. So it tears away the white pixels, summers if receiving a brutal portfolio. Wow. Okay. That is brutal. Brutal. I'm glad when I met the Todd father that gave him a sketchbook. He was happy, got it, walked away, no review, no nothing. So I was happy about that. Oh, so this is Pretzel, Shelby. You can download this. I don't know if you have a Twitch account, but if you do, Twitch again, it's free. This is copy free music, so you're not going to get dinged by it. And they have different types. This is this EDM I have on. All right, so let's get this grass back here. Oh, and what's going on here? There's still colors over there, but this is now set for me to choose colors that are going to get ready to print. And so we're choosing printable colors. If I was going to do this in RGB, I mean, those colors will still show up. It'll be richer, etc. And you can still use them for the flats, because when you color them, you're going to start to burn away a lot of that. So it's going to start moving to be less saturated and shift over there. No minors. Look, it's Noah. What's up, Noah? Hey, this is what flatting does, man. It helps expedite the process of getting your book done. And trust me, man, I understand what you're talking about. You know, not having to pay other people, but you know, I guess you had like 11 books out. I've got my 6th one I'm working right now, but 6th and 7th actually. But I'm actually going to offload. I'm actually going to hire a flatter to do my flats for me. Once I show them how I want it done, of course, because that's the thing too. You're doing quality control, and because you know what the quality control is, you know what to expect and what it should look like. So, and I've had to correct so many different types of flatters that just use Clip Studio and they use the paintbrush and they drop and fill, and yeah, that's not what I want. I want my colors budding up like this, you know. That's the thing, you know. When you have a business, you know the quality control, you know what to expect and what to demand. But it gives you time to have other fun. Oh, I know it's tough to do, man. It's tough, but as you get older, you have to delegate. Delegation is a big part. And then when you find somebody that's good and reliable, you get good customer service somewhere, you always go back to them. And by doing so, you know what you're going to get from them. That's why I get hired a lot for that, because I can do this stuff quickly, and then the renderer can just render it all out and be done. I can't tell if that's tall grass, but because of everything, her just analyzing the image, and that's what flatting does, is it helps me see what the colors are or what's in the image. So I'm guessing that's actually more short grass. I ended right here. And because I know Shelby's lines, I can get it just right. Imagine having to go to Dad and tell him you aren't mad enough to flat your own book. My father wouldn't even know what the hell flatting a book was. Now, I don't have that toxic masculinity issue with my, That's why the ladies love me, man. I don't have to worry about all that thing. While all those guys were out there talking football and all that other crap, I was hanging with the ladies. And then the guys were wondering, why they're not talking to them anymore. Why the girls aren't talking. Oh, so Shelby, I set up I don't know if you can see it here. I've got a flat set up for Rage. So if there's any color changes or whatever you're doing, adjustments, when you make those adjustments, just send it to me. I'll update them. So no, I've got to go to bed early. I got kids to take to school tomorrow, so early. But I do hope I'll be able to finish this tomorrow, probably when you're asleep or at school. Tell Shelby to click your StreamYard link. Shelby, click Noah's StreamYard link. Needs some mentoring. All right. Let's see. Ordinary beach ball. I think so. Oh, yeah, I have to remember. So I'm going to break down this patio with a different hue. Why is that chick blue? The entire thing is blue. Because when you're coloring, it's better to work on something that's going to be easy on your eyes. Because if you're just staring at a white screen the entire time, you're going to go crazy. So adjusting it to I like a light blue color. You could do light gray. It's just easier on your eyes, the eye strain. And this actually helps pull out those, the characters even further. And this is something I have set up as an action, as I was explaining earlier. So I'm just going to rip through this pretty quickly. So if you're good, Noah, with the kids menu, the little puzzle, the little maze they give you in the coloring sheet, you could be able to do this. Slide it through, you're just going to see the pattern. All right, so I'm just going through now and fill in all the grout. I actually did this backwards. I was supposed to do the color of the grout first and then come through to do the larger pieces. Sometimes the thought doesn't always execute right, but so I'm just quickly just going through with my lasso, holding down on shift. Just making these selections. I actually might do that. Cut through this. And if I went over anywhere like here, I'll just quickly correct it. And holding down Option, hitting Fill. Yeah, like for my books, I have an editor. Catch the mistakes I made, because you have your own book. You're just happy, you're proud of your creation, but you're not going to catch little editing mistakes or whatever. So that's a nominal fee, because if they catch it, means, you know, if you didn't catch it, somebody else is going to catch it, and then you're gonna have to go back and do a rework. And that's what I did actually with my first issue. I did a rework. Sucked. Luckily, it was simple, but oh, so you got an editor. Yeah, I got it on a Pretzel on EDM. I really wish there was some reggae or something heavy metal like. I'm not gonna pay for the music. Yeah, but being a flatter, you know, you can hire me as a flatter. Pretty much your coloring is done. You get it back to you. All you got to do then is render. Saves you the trouble. Nominal fee. Just don't do this one thing. I had one client where wanted you to contact him on every little thing, like a phone call. It's like, dude, I just want a flat. I'm just a flatter. Let's just get this done. Don't need to check up on me, because I'm not actually going to be the one rendering it. You know, that's what that person's for. All right, so we're at 5 minutes. Let's pull back, see what we've done. Save always, and save twice. So pretty much now, kind of like you saw with Shelby when he was working the page. You know, he did one side, then the other. Same thing here. So more than likely, what I'll do when I start this tomorrow, after I finish up the little background pieces, is probably work the foreground characters here, get them taken care of. Let's highlight that real quick. Yeah, so I'll probably work these guys and over here, and then slowly work my way back until I get to the ladies, and then we'll be done. So yeah, so you don't pay taxes, so why would you get a flatter? Well, like I said, you're perfectly fine doing the hard way. That's perfect cool, man. I pretty much like the fact that I can send my stuff off to somebody else, get it taken care of, come back, and I can now do the coloring part of it, the rendering, and I don't have to sit here and do all the hard work. Because this actually, there's only been an hour doing this, that's because I'm that damn good. But most artists will take themselves, and colorists, could be a whole day just to do this one piece. And I'll probably get it done, maybe another 2 hours, just because of the details. I want to make sure I catch everything and check the references, things like that. So, but that's my time spent doing that. You, in those 3 hours, could be doing something else, like working your next book, thumbnail it out, or end up writing your next issue, or next 2 issues during that 3-hour time. So you have to use your time expeditiously, especially when you're getting older. And at 17, you're almost 18, man. That's downhill. You're going to start walking around with your walker, creaky back. Your knees are going to go. Knees are always the first thing to go for old people like you when you're 18. And then you're going to get that hunched over syndrome from the computer. So you're going to want to take care of yourself. But on that note, I'm going to save this here real quick. I do thank everybody who came on and joined. Like I said, I'm going to pop off now. I got to get ready because I don't do well. I'm not a morning person, an early morning person. So I can stay up until, 5 o'clock without my dad setting off the microwave to wake me up or anything like that, and ask and wonder why I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning when the sun's coming up. But my kids don't like grumpy dad. So, and you should start looking for a cane, a good one, maybe with a good little handle, like an eagle or something. That'd be cool. But thanks again, guys. Appreciate you for joining. I will, depending on how things go in the morning, if I don't have any work from DC or Marvel or anything, I will log back in and start flattening this again, just to go through the process. So take care, everyone. Appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, especially you, Noah, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.